Hello Marvel Heroes fans, my name is Wilfred and welcome to my channel where you can see videos and guides on this free-to-play game called Marvel Heroes. If you like this sort of guide, to check out the link below back to my website. There are more guides for you to watch. Now let's talk about Psylocke, and in this video I'm going to divide it into couple of parts. So in part one, more like an overview of the heroes, what you should pay attention to, watch out for. Also, if you are from the old era, what kind of changes upon her after the biggest update ever. Part two is deep dive into her build and power and trade, all the jazz and stuff like that. And the last part is really about the gameplay itself. Now, I've already done a video on her playing some Cosmic Curse, I believe, in the past. So I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to play a little bit of the Red Skull. All right. So because I would like to get the 4th anniversary achievement. And if you hear a lot of laughter right now, because my wife is watching the previous video on World of Warcraft, and it's kind of funny because both of us are noobs and we make so many mistakes. Okay, anyway, back to Psylocke. Suffice to say, she is one of my main character. If you follow my channel since the old days, like years ago, I main Psylocke. The second one is Emma Frost, of course. So before the biggest update ever, the Psylocke is sort of like we're not really in that good position or situation because she could be a little bit fragile, but you have to play her more like a stealth ninja kind of style. And also in the past, if you follow my build, there's a lot of like damage over time layer that sort of like the timing just get a little bit off. You can't really time anything. And also the summon, because I use her summon to buff certain power of hers, like the Falling Lotus, like the Assassinate. So in the past, it was really clunky. So the good news is that after the biggest update ever, Gazillion has made some slight improvement to the timing itself. So in that, what's up with her sword, man? Seriously. So in a way, all the timing is being kind of aligned nicely. So that is really good news. Do we really need the biggest update ever to do that? I'd probably say no. It just retime it, that's it. And also her summon is less tedious to keep track of. I think last time I have to use a metronome in order to play Psylocke nicely, but now it's really nice. I'll show you in a bit later. So now Psylocke could be a hybrid hero, meaning that she can do physical and mental, or you can have the option to switch everything to mental. I've chosen the later one, which now I'm so glad, because after the biggest update ever, hybrid hero is very much not really at the right places. The gears are very, very specialized. Unlike in the past, you could creatively use some gear to make your hybrid hero play better. Now it's really kind of clunky, the whole design of it. So in a way, it's good. You could stick to your hybrid build, but it's just that mind you, the gearing, you have to find the gear with the right attribute and the right kind of like a hybrid configuration is going to be really challenging. So it's just one of those things after the biggest update ever. What other things is new to Psylocke? Well, I mean, she can still play as a ranged, so you don't have to do a melee kind of thing. And even her melee is not pure melee; it's melee and ranged. I always compare Psylocke with Elektra, because I think Elektra is the better version of Psylocke. It's also a ninja, can stealth, but Elektra is a pure melee physical. So from a gearing perspective, it's a lot easier. If I am to pick between Psylocke and Elektra right now, I may stick with Elektra, but that's just my preference, because I think overall Elektra is better designed. But I mean, Psylocke is Psylocke. Everybody loves Psylocke, I think. I mean, so I can understand why you want to make the heroes work for you. Alright, so now, last but not the least, after the biggest update ever, she cannot go stealth on demand, unlike, say, in the past, whereby you could just do a shadow dash or whatever you call it, and it become like, like stealth. So this is limited by a number of charges, 3 to 4, depending on your configuration in your kind of Omega, not Omega anymore, my apologies, Infinity system. Oops, don't mean to like flip the other way around. So yeah, I mean, that is the it's a bit pity, because I liked my Psylocke to be able to like cross platform and dust things and just stealth on demand. Now they nerve it nerve the whole thing. So it's really, really hard. And also her dash animation is just very, very strange, like just lounge forward. I think last time was very nice that you can see the whole thing like moving around with you, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, it's just one of those things in this game. Sometimes make it work, sometimes not. And what I've learned is that even if you really love your hero right now, never know, a couple of months later they may just change it into entirely different heroes from yours. All right, so that is just a very quick overview, and the next bit is deep dive into her build and so on. All right, let's start with her trait first. Then after that, I would like to talk about talent, and the power just makes sense after that. Now, she is a fighting intelligence hero. The base damage, the trait is so-so. I rather have something like crit or brutal. Those are more useful. Enemy not attacking you, well, I mean, you know, since you can't really go stealth on demand like before, it's not really exciting, at least from my perspective. In terms of the, she has something called Psionic Barrier. I don't think it's that exciting again, because it is like a little shield that protect her for a short period of time. But you know, in the test center it was really fun because the shield kind of, you know, pretty durable. But somehow, one way or the other, this thing just go down too fast. And I know there are ways to regenerate this, but you know, you sacrifice a lot on the DPS, and I ended up not you know, not building this thing during the combat. So this seems like just a waste of resource, you know, designed for me, because everything is just zero. Once I go in and take some damage, everything is just depleted. So, but it is. Next bit is that she's a deflect dodge hero. So what it means is that she could be rather fragile without defense. So whatever you do, just make sure that she has some defense kind of stats that go along with it. Defense rating, that's what I meant. All right, now first tier wise, there are a couple of things you can do. Either A, you know, can have guarded, which is a health regen and so on. B is that your butterfly kind of like you know, your butterfly kind of reset cooldown, which is alright because there aren't really that many cooldown. I think for ranged build, this could be rather interesting, because range is rather just mashing a cooldown, but it's not really for the melee. And I feel that it's good to have this one, because it's just like in the old days when the butterfly can shorten the cooldown of the signature itself. So the signature itself is 25-second cooldown, but with the butterfly proccing this, I suppose you can get down to a little bit you know, shorter. All right, so I picked this one. I don't need this one, yeah. The next one is a mobile assassin, which is the, whenever I hit with the shadow dash or whatever, my movement power do more damage. Now this is more for the movement. I don't really have that many movement power. I have a couple of them. One is a Fallen Notice, the other one is Assassinate. I think these are the main movement I have, but the rest of it is not really exactly that movement kind of thing. So so I would you know, but I still want this one because it gives me an extra kind of like a dash charge to it. So Shadow Dash have one extra charge to it. That's about it. I'm not using Side Thrust because I'm not really that interested in the whole, like, you know, I like things at area. I don't like just picking target by target to do something. So just my choice, but I still pick this one because of the charge, because of the extra damage for the for the assassinate and so on. Next one, I could actually raise the barrier though to be higher. So that is also another option. But then because this whole barrier depletes so fast, I don't really find it compelling to raise this to another 365. What does that mean? It just lasts you for another 2 seconds more, and you can't really regenerate that fast. I mean, unless you sacrifice your DPS to get it regenerated. So it's not really my cup of tea. And the last one is that you know, this one is more for range build, because I think for ranged you probably would not, or in group environment you probably would not be taking a lot of like a front end damage. So you kind of like use your psionic barrier to further power your range power. All right, so that is one. Next bit is that Assassinate Crit is very nice. This is very nice. But the problem is that because they have already redesigned in such a way that Kirasute Gomen is no longer a spender. So it's rather sad because they sacrifice this to become a layer. And also I'm not really into the katana kind of typhoon kind of build for a reason that you will see later. So I have decided not to use this one. But if you are into movement, into Kirasute Gomen, and and you know, Katana Typhoon kind of play style, then I can understand why you pick this one. It's just a play style. It just doesn't excite me. There's not a lot of visual effect. You know, I need something visual to play Psylocke. I need more purple around her. So that's the main reason. Now the other one is that the psionic projection will emulate certain power. Now all these are very much like I think some of which are more like range build. So I'm going to dive straight to the exploit weakness of it. Is that because my build is very much into the whole assault and vortex build, because I like area damage. You know, if you solo a lot in this game, you realize that area is king. Area damage is king. I mean, you can be the best single killer and a single target killer, but when you're on your own, it just doesn't fly. You've got so many targets to pick. That's why heroes like Wolverine in the past suffer quite a fair bit, although his DPS is actually pretty high against the dummy, right? So now this is nice because when I do the vortex, I buff the vortex and it gives me a cooldown as well. Now cooldown is important because, you know, this is 6-second cooldown. Then this one I have to reapply after 6 seconds, and this one is also 6 seconds. So what it really means that I can use the vortex to time when to apply the assault, when to apply the falling lotus strike. Previously, the timing is all over the places. It was so hard to time these three together. Now it's so much easier. So use this one is important. And also the reason why this one is good is also because it coupled with the weakening and the vulnerability will buff my main spender, which is a side strike. So this is my basic main spender. On its own, it's pretty bad, but then with the 40% on top, it will make it a basicless kind of like you know, spender. All right, that's how you play this game, making sure that you further buff with all these goodies there. All right. Next bit is that if you are into this tsunami slash, I'm not. If you are into tsunami slash, I'm not. Well, I mean, you know, this is a range power, melee power, but mine is really much a melee and ranged mix, because this is a range, psionic vortex. This is assault is a ranged. This is a melee. Then I have a melee. Then signature is always a ranged. So there's no pure melee for Psylocke anyway. I wouldn't even want to do something like that because, you know, I know quite a lot of my powers are not being, like, you know, buffed. So naturally, I'll go for this one. Now this one, what it does is that it will buff your mental power. It changes every power into mental. So if you don't have this one, some of this power will become like, you know, a mix of like this one become like physical power. But once you use this one, then your this one become a mental power. So you switch all your physical into mental. As I think this, you know, Psylocke is the only heroes in this game who's able to switch a damage type into a pure type. So I think it's good. And also it add a damage over time as well for, like, you know, doing nothing. It buff the mental power, buff everything you have, be as range or melee. So I will take this one. And last but not the least, there are a couple of things like the construct, which is for ranged. Falling Lotus, you know, this is kind of nice, but because I don't use the Katana Typhoon, then I prefer to pick this one. Now, this one is kind of interesting because psionic projection is the one that will emulate certain power. So if you take a look at the tooltip, it does a couple of things, right? It helps you to, it doesn't, I don't think it taunts, but it's sort of like, you know, have another being there. But it does things like, you know, it emulate your Typhoon, your Assassinate, your Falling Lotus, your Dash and stuff like that. So in a way, I find that if you solo, it's kind of very nice. And unlike in the past, whereby you have to keep dashing in order to create your summon, now you can actually get all of them together. Right, so you got all three together. If you do a Falling Lotus, everybody will hit it. If you do an Assassinate, then everybody will hit it. If you rush across, everybody will go for it. So, you know, this is how you play the Psylocke, and I'll show you in a little bit with the Red Skull. But what it does is that you have to sort of like make sure that you know, pay attention to a couple of things. First thing first, your Assassinate has to be you know, you must have some stealth 2 seconds before to do that. So basically, you either do this one 2 seconds before you do the Fallen Lotus or whatnot, or, you know, sorry, Assassinate, or you do a dash, because after you dash, you stealth as well. So, you know, things like this, you just pay attention to when to do certain things. But yeah, I mean, that is the thing that you have to remember when to do certain things like stealth and so on. So, you know, make sure you remember what emulate the summon. So, you know, when you do a Falling Lotus, when you do a Assassinate, try your best to have at least like, you know, a couple of them around you so that you could like, you know, have a bigger hit into it. All right, so that is my advice to you. And like I said before, the Vortex and Assault and the Falling Lotus is very nice. So, you know, so yeah, I mean, you know, stuff like that is very nice. So because you can use the timer here, now you can reapply the 3 layer there, 1, 2, 3, just like, you know, very nice. Yeah, so that's all really. Heroes. I hope you get an idea of how to play a Psylocke. From the gearing perspective, I'm not going to go into the gear too much. I have a video on the gearing strategy, but all in all, she's kind of like a mental heroes. So anything that do with mental, kind of like create mental damage, attribute that's on fighting intelligence will be applicable to her. Grade 70 legendary is Gungnir. Grade 80 would be a Wall of Ice. I would take Wall of Ice for sure. All right, so next bit is really playing the Red Skull, and I'm not going to use the depth pool for obvious reason. I'm going to use the event kind of team up because I want to get the achievement. All right, see you in just a bit. This is a heroic version of Red Skull using mostly pre 2.0 gear for the for my Psylocke. So gear wise, it's not going to be fantastic, but you know, it's fine. I just would like to demonstrate how to play a Psylocke. That's all. So I don't know whether you guys familiar or not, but this is Red Skull. It's one-shot terminal. People do it for share quest, but that is about it. So I need to destroy something here, I think. Alright, so this guy... Oh, I've got a kick as well. Alright, so that is one. And the... So Vortex is nice because it does give you the kind of like... you know... Oh, that's done, man. That's fast. Yeah, another thing about Psylocke, just make sure you move around quite a fair bit. You see what I mean? I mean, all my psionic barrier 0. It does nothing. So it's a lot of like a waste opportunity. I mean, you know, once you start the fight, it's just 0. There's nothing really interesting on this resource. It's rather lazy though, design. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, so that's done. Then this one here, make sure you have the... You can always go back out and do a little bit of like, you know, yeah, like this, right? You see what I mean? Just dive back in, and after that, can stealth, and then go pick some guy up if you want. I think this guy needs to die. Okay, done. So I'm done. You can always summon your, you know, stuff to sort of distract what's going on. Okay, next bit, on to the next commander. I think getting a code. So summon the thing once you go in. Oh, hi, sorry man, I'm doing video right now. I really should have like a... I don't know why just now the summon didn't go in. Yeah, that was assassinate, by the way. Just in case, if it happens too fast, I mean that's assassinate. Okay, now I've got the code. I need to go somewhere, which is the Madam Hydra. Now that is the part when I can use the team up and so on. And the, yeah, sorry mate, I'm recording right now. I really should have closed the chat. My apologies for those who are whispering me and got, let me just close this one first. My apologies. So I need to go and do team up here to get my achievement. All right, let's help Agent James Wu. My legendary is Steel Grey. Oh, wow, I've done it. Okay, Madam Hydra. Okay, I have to use my, you know, team up here. I hope I'll get it, man. Otherwise, I'll be very mad if I don't. Come on, man. Yeah, so a little bit of agility. Oh, make sure my captain is not dead. Huh? Sometimes you are so busy trying to kill Madam Hydra, and after that you realize that, oh yeah, I've done it. Fine, forget. Well, thank you for those who give me the tips that I don't need to have the killing blow, and it will just be fine. So, yep, I'm happy. I'm very happy. Hey, get off Agent Wu, man. He's my man. Don't touch him. All right, cool. Yeah, so I've got the splinter, whatnot. Anything exciting? Nope, the answer is not. Where are the loot in this game? Don't ask the question. You'll get disappointed. Let's just go. Minimap. You know, I can't imagine a scenario whereby the minimap is just not there, kind of thing. Anyway, summon in, then, you know, falling notice, then stealth out, then assassinate, pop your signature, summon again, and get out, assault, and go back in, and after that, assassinate. See? Very agile. So that's how you play it. But at least it kind of like, you know, not just a phase tank everything. So that's why I still like Psylocke. But this made me sad because Psylocke was able to shuttle around the whole platform. I think if you are new, then you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But if you have played this one before, man, you know that you can just Psylocke just like bam, 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 go everywhere like a teleport or just cut through it. And it was so fast and so fun. Doesn't feel like a ninja right now. Summon anyway. Stop complaining. All right, signature, and after that go back out. Then vortex are shot. I think I'm fine. Yep. So that is the thing. Come on, man. Give me a nice core or catalyst. At least something to cheer about. Nope. Nope. No. Just no. Disappointing. So now I need to, well, it's not here. I have to go back to the other side. You know, I don't know why they do a mini map that way, because I can't really see any situation whereby you don't want to see a mini map like this one here. This is ARPG. When will it be that you don't want to see your mini-map? I can't imagine. Anyway, now it's a red skull. I'm not going to... you know what I'll do? I'm going to do Deadpool, actually. I hate the the event. I hate the event kind of team up. I think it's rather just a passive thing. Can't really see what's happening. Okay, this red skull. Yeah, this Psylocke. Take it. Where is he? Can't do that. Well, the signature is nice, and I think in the past was rather exciting here. Ooh, wow! A kick, more kick. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Deadpool. Done. So I hope you have got an idea of how she plays like. And how you may potentially sort of like unlock Psylocke if you like Psylocke. I mean, I know there's a lot of Psylocke fans out there. This is really for the fans, you know, and I do not know what is the what's happening in the console world. I heard that Psylocke will be in console as well, but then again, you know, I don't know whether they have changed it, or, you know, PC is always behind console right now. So whatever you see here is just for PC. I don't know what's up with these guys, man. Hey, move your head around. Okay, anyway, I'll see you next time. Now, goodbye.